Hi guys, Rob Kerr from GC for our third vlog. 3 weeks we've been doing this. I can't believe it's come on so quickly. Tonight we're going to be talking about various things. We're going to be talking about mediums. We're going to be talking about some of the equipment that we use on our investigations. And we're also going to be talking about a few promotions that we have coming up in the next couple of months that I'm sure you guys will find very interesting. So the first question that we have tonight is from Karen. Karen says, "Hey GC, Rob, I've seen EMF pumps before. Can you just give me a rundown on how to use them properly, and are they used in conjunction with EMF meters?" Yes, they are. We use EM pumps on our investigations all the time. And the basic theory behind an EM pump is that it puts out an electromagnetic field that ghosts and spirits can use to manifest. You can get them from the United States if you wish to, and there's a company over there that actually makes them. These particular EM pumps have been seen on Ghost Adventures, as well as a few of the other paranormal shows in the US. But they're very good because they put out an electromagnetic field, and that's what ghosts use to draw energy from to manifest. They can use that energy to interact with us while we're doing our investigations. If you get an EMF detector and put it near an EM pump, you'll see the needle spiking and fluctuating. And the EMF meters that we use for our investigations, this one here, this is a tri-field meter. This is probably one of the better ones. You can see it sort of spiking there as I hold it up towards the computer screen. These are the ones that we use. We also use K2 meters, which are great because they flash. You can get them to flash, you can ask questions, and if you can get a response from a ghost and it flashes at the same time as you're asking the question, that's basically what it's designed for. But this is the particular model that we use. They're very sensitive, they pick up a great range, a little bit pricey, more expensive than the other EMF detectors out there, but a very good investment if you're going to be doing ghost hunting, and it's also useful around the house for seeing how much power your products are bringing into the home. But that's the one that we use. Now, you can use them in conjunction with EMF pumps, but you've got to make sure that you keep your distance, otherwise it's just going to be picking up the energy coming from the EM pump. We normally keep them a little bit away from the EM pump when we use them, or just keep them totally separate. But EM pumps, definitely very important. They're not used very widely in paranormal investigations as far as I know. Number one, because they're hard to get. Number two, because there's only a certain amount of people that make them. But definitely, if you can get your hands on one, definitely a good investment for paranormal investigations. Okay, so that answers your question, Karen, I think. We'll move on to the next one now. The next one, just bear with me here, is from Tylene. Tylene from Brisbane. I'm just clicking on this one now. Tylene says, "I'm really intrigued by the science side of the paranormal. My question is, how exactly do spirits manifest themselves? My understanding is that they have the same type of energy as us living people, although at a higher level. And so when they're present, their energy interferes with the EM energy emitted by electrical devices, giving you the flickering lights and surf-balling kettles and all the other lovely spooky stuff that goes with it. If I'm wrong, please correct me and help me to understand." There is a science side to the paranormal 100%. Spirits manifest themselves, and generally the way that they do manifest themselves is they draw either energy from us or they draw energy from the equipment that we use. On our investigations, we always make sure that we have plenty of batteries, because the number one thing that goes first is your batteries on paranormal investigations. We can have a battery for a Sony camera that's supposed to last for 12 hours fully charged, and it drains the battery after 10 or 15 minutes. You get that sort of stuff happening all the time. And when that sort of stuff is happening, it's a good indication that there's definitely something that's going to occur. We try and avoid that, because if you have an EM pump, it tends to draw the energy from the EM pump instead of your electrical equipment. So, that's a bit of a tip for you guys out there. If you get your hands on an EM pump, you're going to do a paranormal investigation, use that, set it up somewhere, and you'll find that your battery levels on your equipment will last a lot longer. everyone emits a certain level of magnetic energy. Spirits, in theory, emit the same energy as living people, but as you're right, on a much higher degree. Um, it's not proven. None of this is proven. It's all theory, but it tends to make sense if you think about it. Hence the reason why your EMF meters spike when you're in the presence of a ghost. Um, they interact with us pretty much the same as a living person would interact with us. They can still, if they're strong enough, they can still whisper things to us. We can hear what they say. We can hear little noises. And all the locations that we go into, we constantly hear things all the time, not just through the audio equipment that we've got, but actually with our own ears. We'll hear things all the time, disembodied voices, saying something. So a lot of the time you can't make out what they're saying, but there's definitely something there. So they can use our energy as well to manifest. If you're feeling drained in a paranormal investigation at a particular location, that's a good sign that something is drawing your energy from you. You get to experience that, and you get to feel that, and you get to know what it's like. So that's a good sign that you have something there that's drawing your energy. I always make sure that I carry Panadol or Panadine on any of our investigations. Number one, because just about every single time that we go into these places, one of us will get a headache, guaranteed. Another good tip if you're doing paranormal investigations, make sure you've got a ready supply of Panadine. So if you're feeling those sort of things, those sort of signs, that means that they're drawing energy from you. If they're strong enough, they can actually physically move things. They can physically manipulate things in an environment. And that requires a great deal of energy from them. That's why we use EM pumps, because it helps them to draw that energy together, and then bang, they can unleash it in one go. So definitely Tylene, when you feel them, and a lot of people feel goosebumps on their hands or on their arms, they'll see the hair standing up on the end of their arms. That's also a good sign that you're in the presence of a ghost. Temperature drops, the room will drop in temperature, plus the hair standing on the ends on your arms. That's exactly what it's all about. That means that there could definitely be something there. So, in short, yes, they use the same sort of energy that we do. They emit the same sort of energy that we do. It's still not understood exactly how it works, and it probably won't be for a long time. It's all theory at the moment, but a lot of the theories about EMF, that sort of stuff, it makes a lot of sense. So as far as we know, yes, ghosts do give out EMF fields, so do humans, but to probably a lesser degree. So just that's the quick answer to your question. Ghosts give out EMF fields, we give out EMF fields. They use our energy to manipulate, to manifest things, and that's, as I said, one of the reasons why you will feel drained a lot of the time when you're in a paranormal investigation in a haunted place. I wanted to talk about mediums tonight. We use mediums sometimes on our investigations, not all the time, but sometimes when it warrants having a medium come along to a particular location where we might not have a lot of information about the background of the place. We'll use a medium. Now, the mediums that we use are very good. I don't just pick any people to come along to our investigations and do the medium thing with us and walk around and tell us what they feel. I use people that are highly regarded. At Studley Park, we had Debbie Malone there, who's Australia's #1 psychic, #1 medium, and she's been doing stuff in the media for the last 10 years. She's done shows like Scream Test on Channel 7 back in 2000. She's been on Today Tonight several times, and she's highly regarded in the paranormal field. So we used her at Studley Park, and she got a lot of activity happening there while we were doing our walk around, and that really set the stage for things later on in the night. So I feel it's important to have a medium there if you don't have a lot of background about the place. If you've got enough background about the place, we tend to go in there with just us, and we leave the medium type part of it separate. But definitely good to have, and they definitely bring up some interesting or pose some interesting questions regarding some of the things that they pick up. Josh in particular tends to attract things to him more so than me and Don. And you know, a lot of the mediums that we've had, they've actually picked that up off him. And the first thing that they'll say is, "Wow, you really draw a lot of energy," and you know, which is true because on all our investigations that we've done, a lot of the physical stuff happens to Josh. So he seems to be a magnet, you know, for that sort of stuff. So mediums are really good to have on your investigations and your shoots. They give a lot of interesting information, and you know, the exciting part for us is hearing something that they'll say about a location that we know is true, that we've researched, and you know, if we bring them in there and they don't have any background information about the location that we're in, and they pick up on all these different things, very good indication, you know, that they're on the money, and you know, they're doing their job properly. So I know that a lot of you guys out there believe in mediums and believe in psychics. I myself am not a psychic, I'm not a medium, neither is Josh or Don, but we definitely find it interesting to bring them into the investigations, or some of the investigations that we do. So that's a quick little thing from me about mediums and about psychics. If you guys have any more questions about mediums, or you know, how we use them, or you know, whatever, just post it in the vlog questions, and I'll go into that a bit in more depth later on at the end of next week. The final thing that I want to talk about tonight, and I'm very excited about this, is on November 8 at Westfield Parramatta Event Cinemas. We're doing a charity screening there. We're going to a charity screening of Paranormal Activity 2. And this movie, Paranormal Activity, when it first came out, #1, grossed a lot of money at the box office. A lot of people were excited for the second one to come out. So we're going along to attend that. We're going to be there from 6 p.m. 6 p.m. doing a meet and greet with people that want to come out and speak to us before the movie about Ghost Crew, about the paranormal. It's going to be a massive paranormal giveaway. So, you know, it's raising money for a good cause. It's for a cancer charity. So, you know, if you guys can come along to Parramatta Westfield Event Cinemas on November 8, we'll be there from 6 p.m. And you can actually book your tickets through a link that I've put on the Facebook page. So have a look at that, have a look at the link, and if you want to get some tickets, please go ahead and get them because it's for a good cause. They're going quick, so make sure you get in really fast. So that's pretty much it from me tonight. I just wanted to keep this one nice and short. I know it's Saturday night, you guys have probably got things going on. So any other further questions, please post them in the Ghost Crew vlog page on Facebook, and I'll answer them next week with a longer vlog as well. So once again, guys, thank you very much. Any questions you have, please post them on Facebook. Look forward to talking to you soon. Stay safe.